Swole Patrol. We are the Swolemates. I am Jocelyn.
And I am Daniel.
And tonight we are doing a reaction for...
Guys, I'm a little, this got requested, and, I'm kind of struggling with how to feel about this, man. This is Linkin Park, and this is Lost. This was an unreleased single from Meteora, and they released it on the 20th anniversary of Meteora. And, it's going to feel really weird, man. It's going to feel really weird hearing something we haven't, heard before from Linkin Park, and specifically Chester. I'm really stoked to hear this, right? I'm really stoked to hear this. And at the same time, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was a huge Linkin Park fan. I was a huge Chester fan. So, I'm not sure how to feel about watching this. I do want to see it, obviously, but let's do it.
But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The link for the video will be in the description below, along with all of our information. Check it out.
And Gavin, you're welcome.
Alright, let's check this out.
That's about as textbook Linkin Park as it gets. I like this animation.
Just a scar somewhere down inside of me, something I cannot repair, even though it will.
I've always said some of the best music comes from, musicians that we remember forever they usually are damaged people. That line right there about the scar in his soul that was beyond repair, man, that's, the reason why we make the comments here about the best musicians or damaged people is because the best music makes you feel something. And, I always liked that about the lyrics and the content of Linkin Park. Chester gave us that. Chester bared his soul in his lyrics, and right there, right out the gate, he's doing so.
It actually made me think of something. Somebody on one of our live streams not too long ago asked us who one of the voices that most stuck with us or affected us.
Right.
Not too long ago, and put on the spot. I was having a hard time thinking of who exactly I would say for that, but Chester, his voice.
What it was is we were having the conversation about voices you don't mistake for anyone else, and voices that stick with you. And I mean, names like Lane Staley came up in that conversation, different voices and stuff. And you're absolutely right, man. Chester is one of those voices. You'll never mistake anybody else for Chester. And Chester's voice is one of those voices that will, like a Jimi Hendrix, like a freaking, Kurt Cobain. There's just these iconic voices that live on even after they're gone. And for sure, Chester's is one of those. Absolutely.
Cannot repair, even though it will always be. I pretend it isn't there. I'm trapped in yesterday, where the pain is all I know, and I'll never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion, lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. But I'm
First off, I'm loving this animation. Secondly, guys, Chester was a game changer, and it was obvious that he was one of those damaged musicians. It's actually getting kind of hard listening to these lyrics, considering his passing.
It's
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
so obvious whenever you go
You
back and listen
right,
to
you
those
go back and
lyrics.
listen, and you're like, man, he
How
was
did
he,
nobody?
he was telling us then. I mean, God, this is it's actually this is look this as far as this track so far, this is as Linkin Park as it gets. I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I love Linkin Park, but I mean, you know, had I heard this in a club or something, as big a fan as I was, not having heard this before, I'd have been like, that's obviously, and that's Chester. When was this done? You know, there's no mistaking that this is Linkin Park. But this is, man, you listen to these lyrics. I saw it on her face, and I know I was feeling it too. Considering his passing, man, this song is getting hard to listen to because he's telling us. He's telling us. He's telling us, man. He's telling us. God. Good song, though. I mean, when they laid this track down and even performing this song live, which I'm sure they did, I bet even the members of that band, they go back, if they listen to this, these lyrics carry a different weight now. These lyrics carry a different weight.
But I'm tired. I will always be afraid of the damage I've received. Broken promises they made, and how blindly I believed. I will never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own
I love this chorus. I hate to interrupt it, but that line there, those of y'all that's watched us have heard some of this, and those of y'all that are regulars in our live streams and even our Discord that's gotten to know me a little more personally, and and her for that matter. Our backstory is truly the love story of all love stories. We were both two incredibly damaged people when we met, so we feel some of what he's talking about. That line, when he's alone, he's lost. In my mind, I feel that as sometimes when you're alone, man, especially when you're in the throes of it. Now, this woman has changed my life. You know, our lives are different now than when we met. But I feel that when you're by yourself, you hate it. You absolutely despise it because you're left with nothing but your own thoughts, and you're lost in whatever demons have a hold of you at that moment. You can absolutely, I mean, you don't want to be alone. People who have substance abuse issues, which I believe Chester had some issues with that too. You're trying to numb yourself, and you don't want anything to make the demon shut up. I don't know, man. That one lyric right there kind of hit me personally. I'm sorry. It hit me personally. I feel that. Uh-oh.
What's going
Yeah, really. Let's go back over.
illusion. Lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try.
Again, he was telling us, I'll never be okay. And looking back now, again, this carries a different weight now. Man.
To keep this
It's a lot to take in. First off, not suffering any bias from being a Linkin Park fan. That was a good song. That was a great song. It's a shame that wasn't released. That probably would have been a massive, massive hit, I think, personally. However, in light of the things that have transpired since this song was written, that's kind of a hard listen. That's kind of a hard listen. And I don't mean that as an insult. Again, the best music makes you feel something. Well, let me tell you something. That made me feel something. And man, when this song released, at 20th anniversary and everything, I wonder. I don't know. I shouldn't talk out of line, man. I wonder what it was like. I'm curious as what it's like to the guys that played on stage with him, that were members of that band, to listen to these lyrics now. Because as a huge Chester fan, you know, it all snaps into focus. It was right there. It was right there. That was a great song, y'all. And Gavin, thank you for requesting that one. I'm going to have to process on this one a minute. Good song. I can see it's on her, too. All I got to do is look at her face. Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park. And Chester, brother, rest in peace. And just know that your voice and your message is one of those that's not going to be forgotten in this industry anytime soon, nor by the fans that got to listen to you. Great song.
All right, y'all. With that, you know what to do. Catch y'all next.
Peace.